in regard to what happened to Tuju, I described Kenya as a kleptocratic state. But I want to add that President Ruto is suffering from a disease known as kleptomania, where you want to acquire anything, even if you have had enough, you can never really have enough. And using primitive capital accumulation, using the police to have a hostile takeover of Tuju's hotel, having a hostile takeover of Nairobi hospital. I think the degree to which President Ruto wants to own the state called Kenya, the real estate of Kenya, which belongs to the people, is alarming. And if it remains unchecked, whatever elections we will be having in the future, whether President Ruto is sitting in State House or not, he will control the state, because he would have acquired not only state corporations, state assets, but also be in competition with businessmen in the private sector. So these two things are not doing well for Kenya at all. And finally, I want to conclude by saying, Linda Mwananchi, we are fighting for the soul of the party called ODM, and they're also fighting to protect the legacy of Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila was a Democrat, he was a fighter for social justice, and he was a fighter for human rights. What we are seeing happening with some of our colleagues within ODM goes against the very many principles that Raila fought against and landed him into detention and many arrests and many violent confrontations with the state. So we think we should be understood that we are fighting for the soul and legacy of the party. And we are going to go everywhere in the Republic preaching that message, that ODM must remain the party of the people, by the people, for the people.
Thank you so much. My name is Dr. Brian Lishenga. I would like to address matters concerning the health sector. First, we condemn the attempts for hostile takeover of Nairobi Hospital. This is a private institution, and therefore we condemn any attempts by any individuals using state resources to take over the Nairobi Hospital. The Nairobi Hospital is long established. It has its proper structures. They should be respected. We also condemn the arrest of senior doctors by the government on allegations that have no heads or tails, and we call immediately for the release of Dr. Obwao and the colleagues, and we ask that the state gets its hands off the health sector. The correct focus of the state should be on the rundown public health system, the hospitals that are not being paid, the patients that are not being supported. So we would like to condemn these actions and call for the government to retain its focus on strengthening the rundown social health authority. Thank you very much.